Hey everyone, Magic Man Scott 40K here. Gonna be playing some Endless Space 2. I'm gonna be trying out something different. I'm making this video a couple of days after New Year's. I got this game during Christmas. I really enjoy it. Out of all the games I bought like 10 games. So far, this one's definitely my favorite, and it was actually one of the cheaper ones. So Endless Space 2, it's a strategy game. It's kind of like a board game. You see all the space and spaceships here, but once I start playing, it becomes a board game. And I really enjoy this game a lot, and I highly recommend it. I got this game after watching a game review. I'm a big fan of Seth Zinch videos. He makes extremely funny, kind of R-rated game reviews, and this was one of them. And his review was he just loved the game so much that he didn't even make any jokes. He just explained what the game was, and I was sold. Now it does say Endless Space 2. I cannot find the first one anywhere. No one talks about the first one, so I have no idea what Endless Space 1 is. I could not find it anywhere. So, and according to people, apparently Endless Space 1 was more balanced, and I kind of want to play it because Endless Space 2 is honestly not balanced in the slightest. This game wants you to break it 100%. This is a game where you have rules and it's meant to be broken. They absolutely want you to break it. So I'm making this video after the holidays. My holidays were pretty good. I got other stuff besides games. I got some movies, some clothes. Went to visit my family from up north, and yeah, went to the mall a couple times. Bought like 2 things. Mostly window shopping. Got a ton of Digimon stuff, so I'm happy about that. I'm not gonna make any Digimon videos, so don't worry about that. It's Endless Space 2. So something you need to know about this game is it took me. So this right here is a tutorial. This with the hat, beginner, and it's supposed to be baby mode. Like, hey, you're a baby, you know, it's easy, no-brainer. This is the beginner mode. I want you guys to know that this baby tutorial took me about 6 hours to beat, and that's like easy mode. Now you can here you can start a new game like this. You can set up all the rules. You can set up, you see all these options here of how to set the game up, and I cannot beat this. According to online, these are the weakest factions in the game, and I cannot beat them. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'll be honest, I love this game, but fighting is impossible. Once you get into a fight, it's like game over. So, I've been playing this game for about 40 hours straight, and it is so fun, but I only won like once. But it's an extremely fun game. So I want to introduce you. I just want to talk about it because I've been playing it for like 40 hours straight. Alright, so here's the humans. You play as this old guy. Humans are supposed to be pretty average, from what I've been told. All these factions here are supposed to be below average. So I made it so I had an advantage. So let me go ahead and introduce you to the factions, and then I'll show you the board game. And I love it. It's amazing. Now, because it takes like 7 hours to beat the game on any difficulty, I'm not going to show you like the whole thing. Alright.
By your will.
So these are the humans. They're a factory faction. So they're really good at anything factory related. And they're really good at exploring. So exploring factory faction. They're pretty fun. Then you got these.
Let's blow some
You got these
stuff
frog
up.
people.
I mean, let's do
These
science.
guys are just pure science. If you love science, that's the only thing these guys are good at. If you want lasers and stuff. Cravers. Cravers just kill everything. They never stop. And they don't really have a base. They just kill everything. Their spaceships are their base. So they just kill stuff non-stop. So very aggressive faction. If you're not ready to fight, say you have no army, you just instantly lose to Cravers. Then you got
families want you.
Then you got Lemaris. Lemaris is a business faction. Focuses mostly in treaties. So if you want to like business people and stuff, that's what they're really good at.
Choose the cleansing light.
Then you have the Academy. The Academy are the best of the best of the best, which means they're very expensive. So there's like two. You'll pretty much only see like 2 of them. 2 spaceships, 2 anything, because they are the best of the best. And because they're so expensive, I would not start out as these guys. They're pretty tough. Then you have Horatio. Horatio is a rich guy who discovered cloning, and this guy discovered cloning and decided that he was perfect, and he decided to make this entire faction is just him and his clones. If you land on a Horatio planet, the entire population will be Horatio. If you attack a Horatio ship, that entire ship will be Horatio. So this guy, if you fight Horatio, you're fighting like millions of them. So if you really like Horatio, if you really like being, if you want to spread yourself to every corner of the galaxy, making millions of yourself, this is your guy.
Step into our world.
Then you have the Riftborn. The Riftborn are refugees that are on the verge of extinction, that are robots, but they can control time. So that's pretty cool. If you ever want to control time, Riftborn are it. Now, because they're on the verge of extinction, they're mostly a "don't attack me" faction. Hey, we're dying. Don't attack us. We'll give you time powers. So Riftborn is kind of a "don't attack me, leave me alone" faction. And then you have
It shall not end with fire.
trees, where everything's a tree.
Permitted.
Don't ask me how this tree can make spaceships. I don't know. I have no idea how these trees can make spaceships with these no hands. But yeah, just a faction of trees. They can spread their roots across galaxies, and they can infect things with their roots. So if you ever wanted to infect the galaxy with your roots, there you go. Now, Unfallen are pretty... I want to say they're pretty friendly. They're a pretty friendly faction, but they are infecting everything with their roots. So take that as you will. Maybe they're friendly, maybe they're not, because they are infecting the universe. So Unfallen is a faction where they're nice, but you don't want them to spread too far out. You definitely want to limit their borders. And I think that covers everything.
For Zelavis and the Empire.
Now here I have it set up so it's the easiest way to win, and I still can't because the fighting is just so hard. Oh yeah, another thing I want to mention is there's pirates, and pirates are the most annoying thing ever. They're just there to slow the game down. That's all they do. They're not actually a threat. None of the pirates are actually a threat, but they slow the game down to a crawl. And they're just extremely annoying. Apparently there's a DLC where you can control them. Now that sounds fun, but I don't have that DLC. I can't control the pirates. So really pirates should be another faction. Now pirates can be anything. Aliens, people, whatever. They're just anything. And yeah, I think that's a good introduction to the game. I think I'll play for a couple turns and then I'll end the video. I do recommend this game a lot if you guys play it. Now the offline is incredibly hard, but apparently the multiplayer is amazing. So I do want to try out multiplayer. And another thing about Endless Space 2 is it does have mod support. You can, kind of like Skyrim, you can put as many mods as you want on this game. I think it does turn off achievements, but it's whatever. Achievements are cool, but I'd rather have the mods. Anyways, so let me show you the baby mode tutorial. And honestly, the tutorial is not that great. It's better to watch a research video. So here we go. I'm going to start the game up. And I'm going to skip the cutscenes because the story doesn't really matter. It honestly doesn't. So I'm just going to skip the cutscene. The cutscene is just we're people. Hurrah! We're people. Hurrah! That's it. That's the cutscene. Now I will say the human faction in this game is completely different from Warhammer.
It is a time of great peace and prosperity for the.
But what's funny is in Endless Space you have a hard time expanding, and in Warhammer they expand like crazy. So I do think Warhammer could easily beat anyone. So this is like the board game section of the game, and as far as I can tell, this right here is always the same. Really, the only thing that's different every time is the pirates. Everything else in the game will be the. You can go anywhere. You can explore, all this. You can control land over here. But really, the only thing that's different every time you play it is the pirates. And again, pirates are the most annoying thing ever. So here's the baby mode. This is the guy teaching you how to play. He does help out, but it's not the best advice. So I'm just gonna skip. I'm gonna skip what this guy says because his advice is actually not that great. Oh yeah, I want to mention as a human faction, your special power is influence, which is this purple star. So really what you want to do as human factions is get this purple star as high as you can. That's very important. This purple star is kind of like money, and it'll become very important later on. So this is your starting point. Again, the story doesn't really matter. There is quests in the game. There's a main quest and side quests. The main quest is basically beat the game. So if you beat the game, that's the main quest. And the side quest is like exploring. So if you explore, you'll just automatically do the side quests. Alright, so this is your starting planets. These will always be the same. Even, it doesn't matter what you do. These will always be the same. So your starting planet is mostly a food planet. You can see here it has a lot of food and a pretty good amount of money. Gold is money. And again, you really want this purple to be as high as you can get it. So you start out with like a food planet. Now you can eventually land on this planet, and this is more of a factory planet. So you can land on this and make a factory. Now this planet here, I never figured out how to land on. So I never been able to unlock this planet here. If you land on this planet, this is like a super factory planet. I'm gonna be saying planet a lot because I think these planets are actually the best part of the game. The fighting kind of sucks, the story kind of sucks, but these planets are beautiful. Like, look at this stuff. That's gorgeous, right? I think that's gorgeous. And every planet is extremely detailed like this. It's crazy how much work they put into this game. I do think the planets is the best part of the game. It's great. Now down here is your upgrades. You'll get resources every turn, so there's no reason not to get upgrades. You should always get upgrades, basically. This is your income. So this represents this planet here, but once I control this planet, this will be like double, right? Because now it represents 2 planets. And this is your morale. Right now it's at 50%. So you have a 50% approval rating. And you want this to be pretty high. You don't want people to hate you, right? So, and this is your population increase. When this gets higher, you'll have more and more people. And more people means it means more. It means you can have more soldiers, basically. So you want a really high population because it means more soldiers. Now, humans are not that great at fighting, as far as I can tell. So you don't really want to go all in on soldiers. I think that's my biggest mistake. If you go all in on soldiers, you kind of lose. Sorry. So, I'm going to go ahead and get these upgrades. Now, we have plenty of food. 24 is fine. 24 is actually a lot higher than most planets. So 24, I think this food is perfectly fine. Gold, 18 gold is actually a lot. So I think this is perfectly fine. This 12 is kind of low. And this 12 here is kind of low. So I'm going to go ahead and boost those up. Now you do have to click on this one to advance the game. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But right now we have plenty of food. We got plenty of gold. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to upgrade the orange number, which is your factory, and the blue number, which is your science. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade these. And I'm gonna make a bunch of spaceships. There's a limit to how many spaceships you can have, but at the start of the game, don't worry about it. You can make as many spaceships as you want. It doesn't become a problem until much later. Like, I would just make as many spaceships as you can. So here we go. Got some spaceships going. Now these spaceships right here are useless, but you can explore. They're useless, but you can explore the universe with them. Alright, now that's it for the first turn. I'm gonna ignore this guy. This guy kind of sucks, to be honest. So I'm gonna go ahead and ignore that guy. He's not that great. Alright. Now, as far as I can tell, the planets are always the same. So if you go left, that's where the pirates are at. If you go right and up, that's where all the treasure's at. So that's the plan. I'm gonna go right and up. Yeah. Alright, now we got our first research. And you always want to be researching something. Researching something is pretty much free. So go ahead and hit this button here, and you can research whatever you want. So research is broken down into military, buildings, factory, and science. I do think science is probably the most important because it lets you control the planet. Factory is, or empire. Empire is more like voting. So if you want to vote on stuff, this is the one you want to go towards. Military is military. I don't think I need to explain that one. Fighting. It also makes your spaceships faster. And economy. Economy is really good. So we are an economy faction, and we are a voting faction. So we need to focus on these two. Science is for changing. You can change planets with these. If you find a planet you don't like, you can use science to change it. So let's focus on economy first. Now it says here it says suggested. Suggested sucks. You see how it says suggested right here? Don't listen to that. The ones they suggest are terrible. So let's go ahead and get these ones here. Basically, don't get the suggested ones. If you get the suggested ones, you lose. And let's go ahead and get these two. And basically get the first two everything. Researching is free, so don't worry about it. Yeah, let's just get the first two everything. Now, it takes actual hours to get to over here, so don't worry about it. It takes like hours and hours and hours to get over here. And to be honest with you, I never reached max. I don't know if it's possible to reach maximum. It's really difficult. Alright, so basically buy everything that's not recommended. The recommended, if you get the recommended ones, you lose. Alright. But we are a factory voting faction, so we want to focus on that. Not really military. We do want faster ships though, so I want to get that upgrade. Now here is the main quest. Now even when you play multiplayer, you will get this. You'll get quests during multiplayer. This quest here is basically just play the game. So don't worry about it. If you do the quests, you will get commanders, which is great. This is a quest reminder. This just reminds you what the quest is. Alright. Now we have our spaceships. And this right here will be 90% of the game. The spaceships. So because I played this before, I know pirates are this way, and I know treasure is this way. So what I want to do is don't listen to this guy's advice. If you listen to this guy's advice, you'll die. Alright. So I like to control these planets over here. And I'll be honest with you, there's only like 2 good planets on this whole map. This entire map, there's only like 2 good planets. So these planets over here are actually terrible. But that's all you got. Okay, so this ship here lets you have more land. This ship here is your explorer. This is your fighter. This lets you explore the space. This ship has a special ability where you can explore. This is your best explorer. I think it's also your fastest ship. So I'm going to activate this special ability. And this special ability lets me look at the map. Now there are hidden asteroid fields, which are just money. So I'm going to go ahead and try to find all the asteroid fields. And I think I remember where they're at. So right here is the fog of war. You can't see what's over here. And this is your vision. And basically what your goal is, you want to completely get rid of this fog of war. Because there is hidden treasure in it. You want your vision to be maxed out, basically. This planet sucks. If you don't worry about this planet. This planet here is a trap. It tells you how cool it is, but if you go near it, you'll die. It's a trap planet. So this right here is gonna be 90% of the game. It's like a board game, and I love this. This is one of my most favorite games ever. Oh yeah, let me try that again. I'm not gonna explain these upgrades. What these upgrades do is just makes the game faster. So right now, as you can see here, it takes 3 turns to do anything. But eventually, this will get faster and faster and faster. And this will eventually become 1 turn. So right now, it takes 6 turns to make a ship. And eventually it'll become 1 turn. So don't worry about these upgrades. It just makes these numbers higher. Here's your first alien. For me, I never talk to him. But you can talk to him if you want. I never talk to these aliens. Those are your first aliens you can get. Primus is pretty good, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. This is a pretty solid land you can get. Now, how are you supposed to know this at the start of the game? You don't. You just need a crap ton of practice. So the one bad thing about Endless Space. Hold on. So So the one bad thing about Endless Space 2 is there's a limit to how much land you can have. And I think it's 6. So right now we're at 2. So we can control 4 more pieces of land. And to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter if they're neighbors or far away. It's not a big deal. So, but Primus is a pretty good faction. It's a pretty good area to land on. Now, if you land on Regal, you will die. This is like a death planet. You can land on it, but you'll die. Oh yeah, and here's the fish aliens over here. The fish aliens have really good planets. So I kind of want those. Oh yeah, we discovered another fancy planet. This one here is pretty good. So we might grab that. So let's go ahead and do this. Leo's not a bad area. This is honestly not a bad spot to land on. So we might grab Leo. We should have another spaceship soon. See, I'm not gonna explain these upgrades. It would just take too long. But I will tell you, upgrades are very important. We should have a new ship soon. Okay. Ida doesn't have crap. So don't worry about Ida. I think Ida has quests. So if you want a bunch of quests, that's pretty good. So basically, if you do play Endless Space, you want to land in Primus and you want to land in Leo, and the rest of these are garbage. And that's something you'll figure out the hard way. Heka is also pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can land on Heka. This place is pretty good for money and stuff. Now again, how are you supposed to know this stuff at the start of the game? You don't. You just gotta... This is really just practice. Oh yeah, one thing I should mention is you have the option to abandon a planet. And so don't worry about it. If you do land on Regal and realize it's a death planet, you can abandon it. Which is what I did. I don't think you get a refund though. If you upgrade Regal and then abandon it, I don't think you get any refunds. So that's something you need to watch out for. So right now I'm exploring the nearby area and getting treasure, which is this. This is really good treasure. I'm not going to explain the treasures because it would take a while. But the treasures show up right here at the bottom. These are all your treasures and stuff. Pretty soon I think I'll end the video because I don't know how long I've been talking for. So there is a limit to how much land you can have. So I'm gonna start making military ships pretty soon. Yeah, let's go ahead and make some military ships. I'm gonna grab this upgrade here first, and then get some military ships going. Because there's a limit to how much land you can have, you should make only military ships. This is another quest. Don't worry about it. If you play the game, the quests will complete. So don't really worry about it. That sort of stuff. Now, like I said, during the tutorial, all this stuff here will always be the same. So don't worry about it. But if you're playing against a computer, this will be randomized. And who knows what you'll get. I can't help you out with that. Now eventually I will attack this section here. I'm not a fan of these guys. These jellyfish guys. So I will kill them. But they will only attack you if you attack them. So I'm gonna wait till I'm strong enough. I'm gonna have a lot of military and then wipe these guys off. Wipe these guys out. Okay, now I get a new law. Laws are pretty strong, but they're not like crazy strong. So here we're gonna pass a new law. I guess we'll do colonial rule. We'll do that one. You don't really have to get these laws. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, we got a nebula. Nebula is basically just free money. That's what it is. So don't worry about that. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, I've been playing nothing but the tutorial. Because if you start a match, it's completely random. And who knows what will happen, right? Oh yeah, these planets that have aliens on them, you can control it eventually. And these aliens have like quests too. They'll give out quests and help you out. So let's get some more treasures. So right here is a jungle planet. I really want it. Jungle planets, good food, good everything really. So eventually I do want to capture that. Here's some voting. Don't worry about this part. Voting doesn't really matter. Alright, we got a new planet. Bunch of pop-ups. Don't worry about it. So we can take over these planets right now, but it takes forever. It takes like 50 turns. So I'm not gonna worry about it. So this planet here has good amount of food, good amount of money. So let's get some more food going. And because it has a lot of money, I guess we'll do that. Let's get all the money upgrades. And that should work. Alright. See, this right here has 5 planets, so that's pretty good. I think I will go ahead and grab this. This has 5 planets. So let's go ahead and grab that. But the problem is, there is, what's it called? Pirates nearby. So watch out for that. I think I'll grab this one. Right now we're low on science. So I want to get more science going. Science speeds up your research. So that's going to take a while before I can control this piece of land. So yeah, so just a reminder, you can land on Regal, but if you do, it's like a game over. Okay, we got a commander unlocked. This is a business guy, so we're gonna put him on business. Let's go ahead and put him on that one. It doesn't super matter. The commanders kind of suck. Honestly, all the commanders in this game kind of suck, so don't worry about it. Alright, these are your new aliens. Now these guys will help you out a lot. So I'm gonna be friends with these guys. The jellyfish or whatever, these guys are great. So we're gonna have to hit, to be friends with these guys, you have to hit this button here. And I will become friends with these. These guys are awesome. Alright, first pirate. It says we can win, so I'm gonna go hit the... There we go. Now, like I said, pirates are the most annoying thing ever. So don't worry about it. Get some more treasure going. Awesome. So eventually we'll reach a dead end, and you need to unlock space travel. You can't actually get over here until you unlock space travel. So we need to unlock that if we want to really expand. These guys here are awesome. They're farmers. So I'm going to be friends with these guys. Having farmers is awesome, so I'm going to be friends with them. Another pirate. Like I said, pirates are actually the most annoying thing ever. So not much we can do about that. Okay, another side quest. Don't worry about it too much, you know. Alright, we're on turn 25. Not much has happened, but we're getting there. So we now own this land. And so you got 3 planets here. That's pretty good. 2 planets of treasure. That's also pretty solid. This is 4 planets. So that looks pretty tasty. But no treasure though. These 3 planets of treasure, that might be better. It's really up to you. It's really up to you where you go, right? I'm gonna avoid fighting because this is more of a industry faction, not really a fighting faction. And we don't really have a military right now. I think we're just gonna focus on economy for this early bit. Alright, we discovered another alien faction. I think we're gonna focus pretty much mostly on economy right now, but eventually we will switch to fighting. Alright. I think we will control Leo. I want to control Leo, Aita, Chorus is whatever. and Heka. And then I think we'll be out of land. So I think that'll be it for how much land we can control. Another treasure. Let's go ahead and grab that. And sometimes these are quests. So no quests there. But yeah, it's really hard to explain, but I really do love this game a lot. It's hard to explain how much I like this game. Alright, another research done. Every research is crazy important and crazy strong. So just go ahead and just keep getting upgrades and stuff. Oh wait, did I actually... Whoops. I thought that was a patroller. No, I don't want this acid planet. I'm good. Okay, now I can get the quest going. Yeah, I really want this 4 planets. I don't want this acid planet. I'm good. If you control too many planets, your approval ratings will go down, which is crazy big. That's super important. And I do think these treasures are random. I don't know if they're the same every time. Alright, I think in a couple turns we'll end the video. But hopefully that will teach you the basics. Now I'm pretty sure there's pirates right here. It doesn't show it, but I'm almost positive there's pirates right here. So I'm actually I'm gonna stop exploring, because I think if we explore anymore, we'll get hurt. So I think we're gonna stop there. We do want complete map vision. All this stuff here needs to go. All this, whatever you want to call it. The fog of war. But anyways, this is how I play. There's a million different ways to play. See, you got we can't go here yet, but we can eventually. So we need to unlock that. Get another treasure. Once you get towards the end of the game, you can have any planet you want. It's really the start of the game where you have to be picky. So yeah, I'm gonna avoid fighting until we get our first military upgrade. Until we get our first military upgrade, there's really no point in fighting. Alright, we're starting to make some army, but not too crazy. But anyways, I I think I'll stop it there. I don't know how long this video is, so, but I want to tell you guys that I absolutely love this game. It's fantastic. Okay. Cool. The last thing I want to tell you guys is there is a voting button. Oh, it's turned off right now. But eventually we can make treaties with other people, and that's a big part of the game. So we will get to that part. We'll be making treaties and stuff. Okay, cool. Now I can get this 4-planet section, which is what I really want. And I think I'm gonna get Ida. Ida or Leo. Those both seem pretty good. So again, just you're picky at the start, but once you get better at the game, you can do whatever you want. And like I said, it doesn't matter what you do. There's only like 2 good planets on this entire map. The rest are kind of butt. Another upgrade. Okay, we're now friends of the space aliens. Very nice. And you do want Loran. Loran has where all the commanders are at. This place is where all the commanders come from. So you do want to capture that. That's pretty big. Alright, let's go ahead and capture this piece of land. This here says there's something bad going on, so we don't want that. This is a special planet, so we might want that. Let's go ahead and get the special planet. So we don't want this one. This one has a bad thing going on. Let's go ahead and get this special planet here. Let's go ahead and grab this one. There we go. Very cool. And once we capture that, we'll be a lot more powerful. And the game will be a lot faster. Alright. That's the first couple minutes of Endless Space 2. I hope you enjoy it. Eventually we'll get strong enough to be friends of these guys. They'll eventually become family. They'll help us with everything out. These guys here will eventually join your planets, and they'll just hang out on your whatever planet you control. If you want to, you can also burn them down if you want, which is pretty fun. But yeah, eventually I want to go to war with these guys and take their land. And I do want to fight these pirates off. Alright. All of these kind of suck. I guess now we'll go military. Now that we have enough land, I don't think we need economy right now. We'll focus on military. And if you want to see your military, it's this button here, which is pretty important. So if you want to hit this button here, this is your entire military. And this is a very, very important screen. If you want to do any kind of fighting, this is where you go. So very, very important. And yeah. So like I said, if you want to... This is just me exploring. Once we get to the other factions, it'll just be non-stop fighting. And it takes about like 3 or 4 hours of just pure fighting. And it takes a long time. And while you're fighting, you have to pass laws, which takes forever. So it's a pain. Alright, now we have about 5 military, which I think is good enough to fight the pirates. Alright, so turn 40. I think turn 40 is when we go full military. Yeah, I definitely want Heka. I might want Leo. Leo looks pretty tasty. And eventually we will control everything and then die to cravers or pirates. Let's see. Which one of these is not a death world? I'm gonna go with the tundra. This planet has treasure on it. Yeah, let's go with tundra. Cool. Now there is a limit to how many planets you can have. Right now 5 is my limit. But right now I have a lot. So we'll see. Alright. I think that's it for the intro. It is pretty much a board game. There's a million things you can do. So right here at the very start of the game, we had +4. Now it's +16. This was like +2. Now it's +100. So that's already a pretty big difference. And yeah, I think I'll end it there. I think in a couple turns we can fight pirates. Oh yeah, another thing I want to mention is this right here is your explorer ship. This right here is your explorer ship. This isn't your real combat ship. Let's see. This is like a science planet. So let's get some science going. Okay. Alright, so this right here is not your real fighter. This is your Explorer of the Galaxy ship. And we will eventually unlock the real military ships, which will look something like these. These are your actual military ships, which we will unlock later on. And yeah. So hopefully you enjoy that. So let's get some. Okay, that looks good. Everything is the way I want it, I think. Yeah, so just be careful of stuff like this. So you have this very beautiful food planet that looks amazing. And then you have this planet here, which will kill you. So, you know, that's great. So this food planet's pretty nice, but this planet here will absolutely kill you. So you have to watch out for that. And it doesn't matter how good I play, the neighbor alien will come by and kill me. Every time I play this, that's what happens. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter anything. The neighbor alien just comes by and kills me every time. So that's fun. Alright. I think we'll unlock Plasma and then we'll end it there. Okay, we unlocked Plasma. Let's just keep going military. I think our economy is good. I think our economy is like the best we can get it. Alright. Can we upgrade our ships? We can. Okay, so let's go ahead and upgrade these. I just hit this up button here. So let's just go ahead and upgrade that. And we got our first military upgrade. We're starting to look scary. Okay. I want to upgrade our ships, and then that'll be it for this one. Again, I don't know how long I've been talking, so maybe this is a short video, maybe it's a long video. Okay, let's go ahead and get our first military upgrade. Pretty big deal. And let's go ahead and buy this. There we go. Okay. I think we're now slightly stronger and can fight the pirates. So let's go ahead and attack. It took turn 45. I think turn 45 we can fight. Alright, I do want Leo if we can get it. And we need to get Luron. Luron is super important. I think after that we'll stop expanding. Because there is a limit. There's a limit to how much you can expand. What is this? Oh. Well, I'm not gonna worry about that. What does this do again? Oh, okay, we definitely need that. We need more positivity. There we go. The more positivity we have, the stronger we are. Like a positivity faction. So I need to get as much of that as possible. And I think I'll end it there. Well, actually, in a couple turns we can fight. So I do want to show you a fight. And we can also do these side quests and control these planets. I want to go full military. I think we're good on economy. I think our economy is fine. So let's go ahead and activate these side quests. Let's see if we can get these done. Explore a ruin. Okay, that's pretty easy. We can do that. Have 52 friendship. Okay, we can do that. Or happiness. We can do that. Okay. And I do want to take out these guys, because these guys bug me. So let's go ahead and just wipe these guys out. There we go. Now, even with 4 military, it's not going to be easy. They do have really nice planets, and I do want these. There we go. As you can see here, they have a lot of food planets, and food planets are pretty nice. And now we can do our first engagement, which is this button here. So let's go ahead and activate this. We might not win, to be honest with you, but we'll see. Yeah, we're not gonna win this, but it's all right. Oh, we did win it. Okay, we did take out the jellyfish. Perfect. And I will capture this. Cool. But if you capture an enemy planet, they will hate you, of course. Okay, I think we're at the maximum number of land. So I think that's it for land. We're not going to control anymore. Okay, a bunch of pop-ups. These don't really matter. Don't worry about it. Alright, how much land do we actually have? 4 out of 6. Works for me. And Sable hates us because we just forcibly took it over. Okay, let's check this out. 45 food. That's a lot, actually. A lot of science. All these planets look great. These are like this is what you want. So let's see if we can get that and get that. Cool. These planets here are actually a lot better than our starting one. So fantastic. This has a lot of money on it. This has a lot of science. No friendship though. So that's not good. And no industry. Okay, so we'll use this as a farm and science. That works. Perfect. That works for me. Alright. Now, we did get attacked by pirates, so I want to take them out. Maybe not take them out, but scare them. Alright, I think everything... it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot. But, let's see, can we take this over? Cool. It takes a lot to get the hang of this game. There's a lot of layers. But eventually... Let's see, science and food. 9 food should be enough. Let's see, I guess we'll go all in on science. There we go, get some science upgrades. Cool. Alright, now we should be like 3 or 4 times stronger than what we started out with. Very cool. Alright, I think that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching if you made it this far. Happy holidays, and thank you. So go ahead and save it. Thanks for watching. Bye.